The Weaver of Embers. In the kingdom of Oakhaven, heroism was usually measured by the length of one's blade or the number of trophies hanging in the Great Hall. But Alara was a different kind of hero. She didn't carry a sword, and her armor was a stained leather apron. Alara was a mender. In a world where elemental knights frequently clashed, leaving charred earth and frozen rivers in their wake, Alara was the one who followed the trail of destruction to put the world back together. The call to adventure. The great calamity began not with a roar, but with a silence. The Sunstalkers, noble warriors of the Fire Reach, had lost control of their internal flames. A wildfire of magical origin was sweeping through the Whispering Woods, threatening to turn the ancient heart of the continent into ash. The king's champions charged into the heat, trying to slay the fire with water magic and enchanted shields. They failed. The fire wasn't a beast, it was a fever. Alara watched from the ridge. She saw the knights retreating, their capes singed. She didn't run away. Instead, she knelt and pressed her palms into the parched earth. The conflict. As she entered the burning woods, the heat was suffocating. She encountered a trapped Sunstalker, his armor glowing white-hot, his eyes wide with terror as his own power consumed him. "Stay back," he croaked. "I'll incinerate you." Alara didn't reach for a bucket of water. She reached for the heat itself. This was her secret. She didn't fight elements, she wove them. She began to hum a low, resonant frequency, a song of the deep earth where heat is a slow, nurturing pulse rather than a destructive flash. The fire didn't go out. It changed. Under her touch, the chaotic white flames softened into a gentle amber. She drew the excess energy from the night, not to extinguish it, but to store it in the stones at her feet. She was a lightning rod for a god's tantrum. The resolution. For 3 days and 3 nights, Alara moved through the forest. She didn't kill the fire. She guided it back into the soil, using the energy to jumpstart the growth of deep-rooted seeds that had lain dormant for a century. When the smoke finally cleared, the forest wasn't a blackened graveyard. It was a lush, steaming landscape of vibrant purple ferns and glowing moss, plants that only grew in the wake of a mender's touch. The knights returned, expecting to find a wasteland. Instead, they found Alara asleep against a scorched oak that was already budding with new green leaves. The legacy. They offered her a gold-plated sword and a seat at the round table. Alara declined both. A hero isn't someone who wins a fight, she told the king. A hero is someone who ensures there's something left worth fighting for. She returned to her small workshop, her leather apron a bit more charred than before, ready for the next time the world broke and needed a hand to hold it together.